Hey everyone, today we're diving into one of the most underrated ways to roll in Marvel Rivals, the Brawl comp. Now, this isn't your typical poke from a distance and hide behind cover setup. Nope, Brawl comps are all about getting in there, staying tight with your team, soaking up damage, and smashing your opponents with some serious melee power. And trust me, not every hero shooter even gives you that option, but Marvel Rivals? Oh, it's packed with melee fighters ready to throw down. So, if you're tired of hanging back and want to go full-on superhero in your face, Brawl comps might just be your new favorite playstyle. In this video, we're breaking down the best Brawl team compositions that can totally turn the tide of a match. Stick around, because whether you're a hardcore Marvel fan or just love getting up close and personal, you're gonna want to see these picks. I'm quickly moving on to the
portion
video.
Of the audience
Before we
is
start,
subscribed to
if
the
you
channel.
enjoy these types of list videos,
Please don't forget to subscribe if you like these types of videos.
Enjoy watching.
Thanks.
Alright, let's break down one of the most fun and underrated team setups in Marvel Rivals, the Triple Vanguard Brawl. Picture this, Groot, Thor, and the Thing all stepping onto the battlefield together. These guys are absolute beasts up close, dealing solid melee damage while soaking up hits like nobody's business. They're the kind of heroes you want in the thick of a fight, and honestly, they can survive so much punishment that your opponents might get frustrated just trying to take them down. The best part? Their ultimate abilities can really complement Moon Knight, who's your go-to duelist in this comp. His burst damage combos beautifully with the crowd control and tankiness of the Vanguard trio, making fights feel smooth and powerful. Now, let's talk about the strategists. Cloak and Dagger, along with Rocket Raccoon, bring a whole different flavor to this team. Rocket's team-up ability isn't just flashy, it actually gives Groot extra damage resistance, which is huge in these intense brawl matches. Plus, Rocket benefits from it too, so it's basically a win-win. Cloak and Dagger, on the other hand, can turn the tide with her Veil of Light Force. If you manage to hit multiple enemies with it at once, you're basically giving your Vanguard heroes a massive boost in sustainability. That means longer fights and more opportunities to capitalize on Moon Knight's damage output. Honestly, the synergy in this composition is really satisfying. You've got 3 solid tanks up front, a duelist who can quickly finish off weakened enemies, and strategists who keep the whole team in top shape. It's a combo that feels balanced but still insanely fun to play. If you enjoy being in the thick of the action, soaking damage, and then watching your opponents crumble under coordinated ultimates, this Triple Vanguard Brawl setup might just be your new favorite. It's chaotic, it's strategic, and it works better than you might expect. Let's dive into the Lightning Strikes composition, one of the most electrifying setups in Marvel Rivals. Up front, you've got Captain America and Thor holding down the Vanguard role. These two already hit hard and can take a beating, but when you pair them with Storm, the synergy just skyrockets. Storm might not be a traditional Brawl hero, but her presence boosts Captain America and Thor's damage output, making your frontline even more threatening. It's one of those combos that feels satisfying every time you land a team-up attack. On the strategist side, Luna Snow and Invisible Woman bring a lot of control and sustain to the team. Luna's idol aura helps keep your allies healthy and able to stay in the fight longer, which is perfect for longer brawls. Invisible Woman's psionic vortex can ward off key areas, essentially controlling the battlefield. Combine that with Magic's teleportation and push-pull abilities, and suddenly your team isn't just strong, it's disruptive. You're breaking up enemy formations, controlling space, and keeping your own heroes safe. The real beauty of Lightning Strikes is how the whole team flows together. Captain America and Thor anchor the fight, while Storm and Magic dish out extra damage and chaos, and the strategists keep everyone in check. It's a brawl comp that's fun to play because you're constantly moving, coordinating abilities, and watching enemies scramble to respond. Long fights feel manageable, and it's super satisfying when all your ultimates line up perfectly. This setup proves that even non-traditional brawl heroes can shine when paired the right way. Let's swing into the Spider's attack composition, one of the trickiest but most fun setups in Marvel Rivals. Up front, you've got Venom and Penny Parker holding the Vanguard roles. Venom is an absolute monster in close combat, and his symbiotic team-up ability boosts both Penny Parker and Spider-Man's melee damage. That means your front line isn't just tanky, it's dishing out serious pain while keeping enemies from escaping. Penny Parker adds some extra versatility and mobility, making it hard for opponents to predict your moves. On the duelist side, Spider-Man and Wolverine really shine in this comp. Spider-Man's agility and damage work perfectly with Venom's symbiotic boosts, while Wolverine can trap enemy tanks and push them out of position. The chaos they create makes it incredibly hard for the enemy team to coordinate, and you can take advantage of every opening to stack damage or force them into bad fights. It's the kind of comp where timing and positioning feel insanely rewarding. Then you have your strategists, Cloak and Dagger and Invisible Woman. These two are masters at keeping your frontliners alive, even when the action gets hectic. Cloak and Dagger can shield and sustain, while Invisible Woman's abilities help control space and ward off threats. Together, they give Spider-Man and Venom the breathing room to swing, slash, and dominate the battlefield. This Spider's attack setup is all about synergy, mobility, and chaos, and it's ridiculously satisfying to play when everything clicks. Let's talk about Flanks and More Flanks, a Brawl comp that's as chaotic as it sounds in Marvel Rivals. Up front, you've got the Hulk and Doctor Strange as your vanguards. These two are a powerhouse combo thanks to their Gamma Charge team-up ability, which not only boosts the Hulk's raw strength, but also makes Doctor Strange's dark magic even deadlier. They can tank a ton of damage while dishing out serious punishment, and it feels amazing watching them just bulldoze through enemy lines. For the duelist spots, Wolverine and Star-Lord bring the perfect mix of mobility and damage. Wolverine can dive in and disrupt enemy formations, while Star-Lord adds some ranged firepower and chaos to the mix. Together, they create flanking opportunities that can really throw opponents off balance. Timing their attacks with the Vanguard's ultimates makes fights feel intense and rewarding every time you pull it off. On the strategist side, Adam Warlock and Mantis provide a safety net and some game-changing utility. Adam might normally shine in poke comps, but in this Brawl setup, he can revive Mantis and Star-Lord, letting them stay aggressive without worrying about being taken out. Mantis's ultimate is a lifesaver during longer fights, keeping the team from running out of steam and ensuring that you can maintain control throughout the Brawl. This comp is a mix of raw power, clever flanks, and strategic support, making it a ton of fun to play when everything comes together. Let's dive into the Melee Vanguard setup, a Brawl comp that thrives on close-range chaos in Marvel Rivals. Up front, you've got a Groot, Doctor Strange, and Magneto leading the charge. These Vanguards can soak up tons of damage while dealing serious melee hits, making them a nightmare for anyone trying to break through your front line. What makes this comp really shine though is Scarlet Witch. Her team-up ability with Magneto isn't something to sleep on. It boosts his melee attacks and gives them some serious staying power, while she can freeze enemies in place, leaving them wide open for follow-up damage. Rocket Raccoon and Luna Snow bring the strategist side of things to the table. Rocket's team-up abilities keep Groot and the melee duo sturdy, while Luna provides healing and support through her ultimate. This combo ensures your vanguards can stay in the fight longer, even when things get intense. Plus, her ultimate can sync perfectly with Scarlet Witch's abilities, making sure Wanda stays alive while dishing out her crowd control magic. The beauty of melee vanguards is how self-sustaining it feels. You've got a front line that can take hits and dish out serious damage, a duelist who can lock down enemies, and strategists who keep everyone in the fight. It's all about timing, positioning, and making the most of each ultimate. When everything clicks, it's a comp that feels unstoppable and incredibly satisfying to play. Let's jump into the Punch 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 composition, a Brawl comp that's all about hitting hard and hitting fast in Marvel Rivals. Leading the front line, you've got the Thing and Thor as your vanguards. The Thing is your big tanky powerhouse, while Thor adds mobility and versatility to a lineup that otherwise relies on brute strength. Together, they can dominate close-range fights and soak up damage while your duelists and strategists set up plays from behind. On the duelist side, Mr. Fantastic and Iron Fist really shine in this comp. Mr. Fantastic benefits hugely from Invisible Woman's buffs, gaining extra damage and health to stay aggressive in fights, while Iron Fist works beautifully with Luna Snow thanks to their team-up ability and her idle aura. This makes them both dangerous in sustained brawls, able to punish enemies and control the flow of the battlefield. The strategists, Invisible Woman and Luna Snow, complete the puzzle perfectly. Invisible Woman boosts damage and healing for the team, keeping the Thing and Mr. Fantastic aggressive and ready to fight. Luna adds extra sustain through her ultimate, which pairs nicely with Iron Fist's melee burst. With this setup, you've got a comp that's balanced, aggressive, and fun to play. One minute you're soaking hits, the next you're sending enemies flying with coordinated punches and ultimates. Let's talk about Ultimate Combos, a Brawl composition in Marvel Rivals that's all about chaining devastating ultimates. Up front, you've got Groot and the Hulk as your vanguards. Groot is the star here. His ultimate traps enemies in one spot, giving your team the perfect opportunity to follow up with their own high damage abilities. The Hulk adds raw power and durability, making sure your frontline can survive long enough for the ultimate chain to fully land. Black Panther and Magic are your duelists, and they thrive in this setup. The key is timing. Wait for Groot to activate his ultimate, then unleash Magic and Black Panther's abilities to hit multiple enemies at once. The combination of control and damage can turn the tide of a fight in mere seconds, making this one of the most explosive Brawl comps in the game. It's chaotic, fast-paced, and insanely satisfying when executed right. On the strategist side, Loki and Invisible Woman provide the support needed to sustain your team through the chaos. Loki can manipulate the battlefield while Invisible Woman keeps your vanguards alive with her healing and defensive abilities. Together, they ensure that your heavy hitters can survive long enough to maximize their ultimate combos, making ultimate combos a perfect mix of strategy, timing, and pure Brawl fun. Let's break down Divide and Conquer, a Brawl comp in Marvel Rivals that's all about precision, positioning, and punishing enemies from unexpected angles. At the front line, you've got the Hulk holding the vanguard spot. He's not just a tank, he's your anchor, peeling for the strategists and making sure your duelists have room to maneuver. Without him, Lunar Snow and Cloak and Dagger could get caught out, so positioning and timing are key here. The real stars of this comp are the three duelists, Psylocke, Magic, and Wolverine. Psylocke and Magic have great synergy, bouncing off each other's crowd control and teleportation abilities to keep enemies off balance. Wolverine adds raw melee power and crowd control, letting you punish enemy tanks or catch overextended heroes. These duelists thrive on off-angle plays, flanking, and hitting backline targets, which makes the comp feel aggressive and high risk, high reward. Strategists Lunar Snow and Cloak and the Dagger round out the team by keeping everyone sustained. Luna can heal and buff, while Cloak and Dagger provide shields and control to protect the front line. The key to this comp is balance. Let your duelists roam and wreak havoc, but make sure the Hulk is positioned correctly to peel for the strategists. When everything clicks, Divide and Conquer is a tactical, chaotic, and insanely satisfying Brawl comp. Let's swing into the Tall and Small composition, a Brawl comp in Marvel Rivals that's as fun as it is chaotic. Up front, you've got Groot and Penny Parker as your vanguards. Groot is your big tanky powerhouse, while Penny Parker adds mobility and map control, especially on domination maps. Together, they can hold space and apply constant pressure, and having Jeff the Landshark nearby keeps Groot healthy and able to stay aggressive longer than most opponents expect. The Punisher takes the duelist spot, and he's a perfect fit for this comp. Even though you're running 3 strategists, having a high damage duelist like Punisher ensures that the team still has serious offensive power. His raw output can punish enemies who overcommit or try to flank your vanguards, making him a reliable threat while the strategists support the front line. On the strategist side, Rocket Raccoon, Jeff the Land Shark, and Lunar Snow create a unique mix of sustain and utility. Rocket provides infinite ammo, helping both Groot and Penny Parker deal consistent damage, while Luna offers healing and buffs to keep the team in the fight. Jeff adds extra survivability, which is key since he doesn't heal much on his own. Altogether, Tall and Small is a playful yet highly effective comp, combining raw damage, sustain, and map control in a way that feels both chaotic and satisfying. Let's dive into Triple Support Terror, a Brawl composition in Marvel Rivals that's all about keeping your team alive while dealing serious damage. Up front, Groot holds the vanguard spot, using walls and his durability to control space without taking all the heat. He's the anchor of the team, making it safe for the strategists and duelists to operate freely. The duelists, Moon Knight, and Iron Fist, thrive in this setup by playing opposite flanks. Their mobility and burst damage allow them to punish enemies caught off guard, while their ultimates can be timed perfectly with Groot's to maximize damage output. When played right, these two can tear through enemy lines in seconds, making the comp feel fast-paced and chaotic. On the strategist side, Cloak and Dagger, Lunar Snow, and Invisible Woman are the heart of the team. Cloak and Dagger and Invisible Woman can secure eliminations while keeping themselves safe. and Luna Snow acts as the main healer if the team is playing aggressively. This combination of sustain and control makes it incredibly hard for enemies to push back. Triple support. Terra is all about synergy, timing, and coordination, and when it clicks, it's downright unstoppable. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.